And we long for that day when this particular room will not only be an empty room the way it could actually be now, but it will be a place where even the community will be running to for knowledge and for assistance in terms of what they can, get for themselves. We may not have many words to say. We started from this cupboard. You remember? And here are the books. So this is where Hope for Africa started. And then won't you greet the visitors?
Thank you.
She's Mrs. Rotich.
Okay.
The assistant librarian. Mrs. Ruto, who is also working, has gone for a funeral summer, so she'll be back tomorrow. These are level 8, class 8. Today is this is their time of being in the library. So, I don't know whether you have something further.
I just want to say thank you because you have assisted us with your group. Our children are very happy because they have got a chance of reading storybooks and improve their English, which have assisted them really, especially in their exams and in their learning, because in most of the subjects we are using English. So we are very much thankful for what you did for us. The problem that we have here is that we cannot bring the whole group. We have divided these children, and in each class we have a number that cannot be accommodated in this room at the same time because of the room. And secondly, we have the problem of how we are, or the places that we have stored these books. If they could be in the shelves, we could have been happy because the children will come straight and get the books that they have been reading. For example, today you see, some have come, they have picked a book of a certain title. But next time they come in, they cannot get that book because the next lesson, another group will come in and they will misplace the book from where it was. So they cannot continue with that book because it is not easy to get the book. And the reason is because we have time that has been allocated for these children. So as they come in, they will not get the book because of the time and because of the way the book have been kept. So if we could have had the shelves, then I think our work would be easier, and it could be easier for the children to get the book that they have been reading, and they will continue the book until the end of the reading. They will read the book until they finish the same book that they have been reading. So that has been a problem to us. But I know God will help us and get a way of getting the shelves to arrange the books. But we are very much thankful. We have our teachers. Moses and your group, we are very much thankful. We ask God to bless you so much because of what you have done. We didn't have shelves at first, and we were so disorganized. Our children were not able to complete a storybook that they pick. So they used to change the books daily. They could not complete a storybook. But at present, as from today, they will be able to complete the book that one picks. So we are very much happy. We shall also be organized. We promise hope for Africa that we shall keep the books safe, we shall care for them, and we trust and hope. As teachers, we are going to work hard to raise the minister of the school, to raise the standard. As we have seen, the children have started improving in English, writing good conversations. So we trust even in our KCPE today results, we shall improve greatly than the other years. So we promise as teachers to take care of the books also, and also to help the children use the books nicely and wisely. So we are very much thankful, and we ask God to bless you, Moses, with your group. We are very much happy. We ask God to give you long life.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So this is our library. Welcome. We have a class in session. This is our class 8. Both classes, 8 blue and green. And where we started, we thank Moses, up to where we are today. We started, this was our library. That was during the year 2000. We started with the reading tent, the Rockefeller Foundation. They assisted us with the storybooks. They gave us this box. This was our library. Then Moses came in and we started here with Moses. This was our library. That was the year 2010. And the library is growing. We are happy today to see these kids reading on desks. They have tables and the benches. They are very comfortable. During that time, they used these benches. They used these ones. We also had mats so that we could spread mats down and then they read on the mats. But now, you can see them. They are really enjoying. Yes. So from there, that was last year, is when they put us this library with shelves. On that far end, we have the Hope for Africa section, Moses Foundation section. That is where we put all your books. We have Kiswahili here, we have English, and we have the references all from Hope for Africa. Here, we have books from pre-primary education. This is where we put all the books. We have English, Kiswahili here, we have English here. These were the first books in our school from the Rockefeller Foundation. And we have, this is English and this is Kiswahili. So you can see our library is growing and we are happy for you people. May God bless you.
Chapter 1, Introducing Durai. In the Rift Valley province of Kenya, way out near the town of Eldoret, there is a place called Durai. Durai is the smallest community by itself. There is the Durai School, there is Durai Church, Durai Hospital. Indeed, there is almost Durai everything. Some people like to call the Durai School Kapsengwet School, others Kaptimosi. But the most of us who love the Durai community, it is simple Durai. Perhaps you have heard of or have been to Timboroa. They say it is the highest railway station in East Africa. It is about 2,700 meters above sea level. Durai is next to Timboroa and it is also very many meters above sea level. Mwalimu Kamau is the senior geography master in Ogilgei Primary School and he told us that Durai is called because of its high above sea level. He also explained that we get more rain than most places in Kenya and as a result we have more trees and green grass. He told us that there are places where it is so dry that no grass grows at all.
Talk about animals when they talk about legend stories or myth stories. They are those stories from our country. So they'll be understanding very much. On that shelf where it's written gifts, those are books that were given by some charity organizations, and the American books actually. They also have some stories like the ones they were reading, but unfortunately the stories that are found in those books are based on the American landscapes and the animals which are found on that side.
Bears and raccoons.
So our children actually just read them, and it becomes very hard for them to understand what what the animals are, how they look like, and so forth, because they cannot translate them to our animals back in our home this way. But now these ones are based on what is happening in our country here, written by our Kenyan writers and Eastern African writers, African writers, and so for them to internalize is very easy. So we are very much grateful for that.